Late one night, a biker was riding down what looked like a completely deserted road. Everything seemed ordinary, just a man on his motorcycle slicing through the darkness. A camera mounted on the bike captured the empty road ahead, revealing nothing out of the ordinary. But the moment the rider turned the camera toward himself, something disturbing appeared, and the night suddenly took a terrifying turn. Look closely. Did you notice it? It's faint, but unmistakably there, riding directly behind him. The shadow of what appears to be another person, almost like something unseen had climbed onto the bike with him. The road was empty, the night completely silent. No hands gripping his waist, no second shadow visible while the camera faced forward. Yet the instant the camera pointed back at him, this strange figure appeared. How could that even happen? There was nobody else around, not a single person in sight. As the camera shifts, you can clearly see it. At first, there's only him. Then out of nowhere, another shadow emerges. It's unsettling and eerie, as though it belongs to a passenger that physically isn't there. Could it simply be a trick caused by lighting? Or are we looking at something far more supernatural? The idea of a ghostly hitchhiker is difficult to dismiss when the evidence seems to be right there on screen. In the comments, some people joked that it was his ghost girlfriend, but there's nothing amusing about what was captured. That shadow leaves behind far more questions than answers, along with the chilling feeling that something otherworldly may have joined him on that ride. Remember being a kid and getting obsessed with ghost stories, always eager to test out every paranormal ritual you heard about? Chances are you tried at least one of them. Bloody Mary, the elevator game, Three Kings, the Ouija board, the midnight game, you name it. Well, these girls were exactly like that. The difference is, they actually went far enough to mess with a supposedly haunted doll and attempt to summon its spirit. If only they had known what would happen next. Take a look.
Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida, lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida, lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día.
Imagine the rush of adrenaline from seeing something respond to your ritual. You'd probably react the exact same way, wouldn't you? What makes this footage even more unsettling are the words they're chanting and how genuine their fear appears.
Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida, lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día.
Do you think they truly experienced something paranormal that night? What's your take? The man who once lived in the house where this footage was recorded had sadly passed away just days before it was filmed. He was passionate about motorcycles and took incredible care of his bikes. His family hadn't yet found the strength or even the time to do anything with them, and after seeing this security footage, recorded by cameras he himself installed to protect the property, they weren't sure they ever could. The family heard strange noises coming from outside and checked the cameras, only to witness what they believed was his spirit returning to take his motorcycle out for one final ride. While motorcycles can occasionally malfunction and start on their own, how do you explain the handlebars moving as though someone was actually steering them? Do you think this was the spirit of a biker trying to hit the road one last time? Or could there be a more logical electrical explanation behind the clip? Meanwhile, in Houston, there's an abandoned apartment complex that has remained vacant for years. Nobody appears to live there anymore, and maybe that's for the best. According to a man named Joe Galindo, his mother recorded something inside the building back in 2019 that still haunts him to this day. Joe explained, "In 2019, my mom told me she was fighting demons, but I didn't believe her, so she sent me proof. What you're about to see was recorded while she pretended to be asleep. Apparently, whatever it was would only appear when she wasn't awake. Watch carefully." After seeing the footage, Joe no longer thought his mother was imagining things. In the kitchen area, something appears to slowly peek out from behind the doorway. But things become even more disturbing when Joe captures a screenshot, brightens the image, and notices this. What looks like a faceless figure appears to be hanging upside down from the ceiling. Some viewers claim they can make out facial features, while others insist it's impossible to tell. But the fact that its appearance is so unclear only makes it even more terrifying. Some believe the figure may have been something beyond human understanding. The video ends there, but it's assumed Joe's mother kept watching the figure until she eventually fell asleep from exhaustion. The following morning, she sent him the footage. So, did something truly paranormal occur inside that abandoned apartment complex? Or was there another explanation entirely? It's difficult to know for sure. But if something supernatural really was lurking there, Joe can at least take comfort in knowing it can no longer bother his mother, since she no longer lives in that building. On February 25, 2025, a man named Tivo uploaded a video recorded by his grandmother after she and a friend noticed something outside her window that immediately forced them to back away in fear.
Careful, Bob.
They carefully kept their distance from the glass, not because of anything happening on the street or inside another apartment, but because of something standing directly outside the window itself. It happened on a Tuesday afternoon during a family gathering when a shadow suddenly appeared behind the thin curtains. It was obvious to them that someone was standing outside, possibly trying to get in. But they were completely unprepared for what happened next, because moments later, this occurred.
God, be careful, Bob. my god.
What they saw, or more accurately, what they didn't see, left them stunned. The stranger they were convinced had been standing outside the window wasn't there at all. In fact, according to them, nobody had ever been there to begin with. When they finally pulled back the curtain to confront whoever was outside, they saw absolutely nothing. But according to Tivo, who received the video directly from his grandmother, it wasn't really nothing. He believed something had genuinely been standing there. To him, it could only have been some kind of supernatural entity visiting his grandmother and her friend. A year has passed since the video was uploaded, yet despite all the time that's gone by, Tivo and his grandmother still can't explain what was outside that window that day. A mother named Jacqueline said that after moving into a new house with her 2 daughters, strange things immediately began happening. At first, her older daughter claimed that every night while trying to sleep, she could hear someone whispering in her ear. She couldn't tell if the voice belonged to a man or a woman. One night, the girl said she heard someone downstairs calling her name. Jacqueline brushed it off at first, believing it was just a child's imagination. But one day, she noticed something on the living room security camera that completely terrified her. In the footage, her daughter can be seen playing near the table. Suddenly, a toy rolls across the floor toward her, almost as if someone had thrown it. Curious, the little girl walks over to look at it. Moments later, a plastic bag suddenly falls. At first, it seems like it could simply be a coincidence. But then something far more disturbing happens. The little girl suddenly screams, grabs her hand, and runs upstairs crying. When Jacqueline checks on her, she discovers a fresh red scratch on her hand. Now Jacqueline says both of her daughters are too frightened to sleep alone and stay with her every night. So could there really be some paranormal force haunting their new home? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. A man named Tristan, who once worked at a small diner deep in the Appalachian Mountains, had always heard eerie stories about the place. Locals claimed the lights would flicker by themselves, and tables would mysteriously shake on their own. One night, while finishing his shift, Tristan decided to review the restaurant's CCTV footage. What he saw instantly terrified him. In the video, someone appeared to be sitting in one of the chairs. He immediately rushed over to check, but there was no one there. The chair was completely empty. Confused, he looked back at the monitor, and the mysterious figure had vanished. But the strange events were far from over. Later that same night, the diner's alarm suddenly went off. Tristan turned it off, assuming it was just another issue caused by the old building. But only minutes later, the alarm started ringing again. And this time, things became truly horrifying.
I just got to work, and a little soggy, it kind of seems like, so I might have to grab a plate. So I'm gonna grab a plate real quick and then okay, y'all saw me turn it off in the last, like in before, whenever I brought the coffee back.
Did you notice it? A strange shadow appears inside the mirror. Someone, or something, seems to be standing there. A few seconds later, that same dark figure can be seen at the end of the hallway, staring directly at Tristan. Without wasting another second, Tristan runs for his life. So did he actually encounter a restless spirit? Or was it something even more terrifying? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Video was uploaded by the channel named Creepy7 Paranormal on their YouTube channel, which is so much scary. This video was uploaded in January 31st, 2018, which seems the recording of hall area of a house. The homeowner sensed some mysterious activity inside his home. After repeatedly sensing something strange inside his home, one homeowner decided to install a camera in the hallway area. And what the camera captured was absolutely chilling. Objects throughout the room begin moving and falling on their own, including a sofa and several other items. Watching something like this would terrify anyone. So what do you think really happened in this incident? Let us know in the comments. Now, the next clip you're about to see is incredibly disturbing. It was originally shared by DDoc Michael on his YouTube channel, where he and his friend explore an abandoned house with a horrifying history connected to it. According to the story, a murder once took place inside that house. Since then, people claim countless strange and unexplained events have happened there. Take a look at some of the terrifying moments they captured.
조용히 가봐. 뭔 소리야? 뭔 소리야?
Michael and his friend enter one of the rooms where several eerie paintings hang on the walls. But if you look carefully, something very disturbing happens there. One of the paintings, a portrait of a woman, suddenly appears to change. The atmosphere instantly becomes unsettling. But things are about to get even scarier. Watch closely.
아, 가장 그거 맞지? 기운이 소리 났나? 몰라. 가자. 뭐가 땄어? 뭔가 뭐란 거? 봤어?
After some time, they decide to leave the room. However, after reading messages from viewers in the live chat, they suddenly stop. The painting seems to have changed on its own. The woman's image in the portrait now looks completely different, and even they notice it. A short while later, they move deeper into the house and capture something even more terrifying. It seems as though the spirit haunting that house finally reveals itself. While recording, a white figure suddenly appears inside a dark opening. The sight shocks both of them completely. So did they truly capture paranormal activity inside that abandoned house? Or was it all part of an elaborate script? What do you think? Share your opinion in the comments below.
Wait for tomorrow, and kindly don't forget to subscribe. If you want to share your own story or want to contact us, you can mail scarycamyt@gmail.com.